Today our focus is on distance and displacement. These two terms are similar also, and there is very difference between them also. They are actually, in one sense, they are quite different. But even after this, both of them have the same SI unit, that is meter, and other units are kilometer, centimeter, feet, etc. Both of them have same units, but they are quite different. Now, I'm going to talk about them, but with an example. Let's talk about the example first. This is, let's say, a place A, and this is another place B. And there may be many path, many road, or many uh, path to travel from A to B. Let's say this is one of the path through which we can go from A to B. And let's say this is one another path from which we can go from A to B. And this is another path. This is, let's say, straight and nearest path. Let's say this is path X, this is path Y, and this is path Z. X, Y, and Z. There are three paths to go from A to B. And let's say this X is 12 kilometer long. I mean to say the path from A to B through this X is 12 kilometer. Let's say kilometer. And from Y, if we want to go from A to B through Y, then let's say it is 15. It is not 15, it is less than this, 10 kilometer, let's say. And here, let's say it is 15 kilometer. Now, these are the length of the path. Now we can say that the length of the path is called distance. This path has got 12 kilometer length, and this is the distance between A and B along the path X. And here, this is the distance. Length of the path is here 10 kilometer, and that's why distance between A to B is 10 kilometer, and here in the same way 15 kilometer. And we can define the distance this way. The total length of the path is known as distance. And as I told you, SI unit is meter, and this is the distance along the path X, this is distance along the path Y, and this is the distance of the path Z. But what is the displacement? Have you noticed that if you want to go from A to B through the path X, then once you have to go towards this direction, again you have to change the direction towards this. If we are in a car and a car is moving from A to B, then two times the distance is changed. In this case, look at this, many times distance is changed. Distance is changing here, curve like distance is changing and changing. Lastly, we reach up to this destination B. But in this Y, the path Y, there is no change of distance. And that's why this path is named as displacement. Displacement means what? The distance covered by a body in a definite direction. There is no change of direction. That's why we can say that this definite direction. The distance covered by a body in a definite direction. Distance covered by a body in a definite direction. Is called displacement. It means displacement is related with the direction also. We can define the same displacement like this also. The shortest, the same displacement can be defined this way also. The shortest distance between the initial, here initial is point A, the initial and final position of the body is known as displacement of that body. Look at this, is very clear now. Distance doesn't have any relation with direction. The length of the path covered by a body is the distance covered by that body. But the distance covered in the definite path, a definite direction, is displacement, or the shortest distance between initial and final position of the body is displacement. That's why if you want to differentiate them, then we have to understand about another point also. There are two terms called scalar, 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 and vector. A physical quantity, both the distance and displacement are physical quantity. A physical quantity which has only the magnitude but not a definite direction is called distance. Just for example, if someone says the car covered 12-kilometer distance, then the direction is not understood. This 12-kilometer is physical quantity, and this physical quantity means any quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly is called physical quantity. 12-kilometer represents thus just the magnitude of the distance, value of the distance. But the displacement has both the magnitude, just like this, in the path y. 10-kilometer displacement means this 10-kilometer is magnitude and it has a definite direction also. That's why it is a vector quantity. A quantity which has both, which is expressed in terms of magnitude as well as direction, is called vector quantity, and a physical quantity which is expressed only in terms of magnitude is called scalar quantity. That's why distance is scalar quantity and displacement is vector quantity. This is the difference between distance and displacement. Okay, this much for today.